Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to get a little bit personal with you guys with what I chose to embark on. I decided to do Invisalign because it was definitely a unexpected but joy to do because I didn't know I needed it as much as I did. However, I'm going to give you guys a full how do I feel about it, the pros, the cons, what I look like before, how I'm doing now during my entire span, and we're just gonna chat and get right into it, why I decided to take this route. So to give you guys a little backstory, when I was a little girl, I picked up a nasty little habit of sucking my fingers. Yes, terrible. My mom tried everything, putting hot sauce on my fingers, putting nasty things on there, gooky things on there to stop. I just refused to give up the bad habit. So after a while of going into the dentist, of course they said my teeth had molded around my fingers. So I didn't start embarking on actually doing anything about it until I got grown. I went into the dentist one day and they asked, do I grind my teeth? And I said no, or at least not that I know of. And he was saying that my back teeth seems like they're taking such a beating. So I decided to look into it. Not only that I had headaches, but I didn't know that that was the cause of it. I just thought maybe I had a headache because maybe I was hungry or maybe I had just a rough day, whatever. Well, long story short, I finally got to the point where I said, okay, it's time for me to talk to someone to get braces. So I went into a dentist place that I will not mention the name. However, this is why I say it's so important for people to do their research. Like, don't just take anybody's word for it. Do thorough research. Look at their reviews on any orthodontist or any dentist place to make sure that the person who is handling your mouth or your case, they know what they're doing. They're not just doing any old thing. So I go in, I get set up for braces. They let me know everywhere else I went, they said I would have to get surgery because I have such a gap that the only way to get my teeth to completely close, or at least with my case, because of sucking my fingers, they would have to break my jaw. As you guys know, that was not the first thing on my list. So this particular orthodontist said that he could do it without the surgery. And I trusted him and I believed him. Should have did more research on him. A year in of me now having my braces, he booked, left without notifying anybody. And when they got the information and they got my case, they had no clue what he was doing. So it's not unusual it is normal for a dentist to leave a facility, but it's not normal for them not to know what he was doing or how he was doing his case. That's what I'm trying to say. When he left, they told me, no, honey, we are going to have to do the surgery in order for us to do it. So of course I was disappointed. I had no idea I wanted my teeth straight as bad as I did. That entire day was a complete spill. Like, I literally cried. I went through the whole shebang. But long story short, God had a plan. So of course we're back at ground zero. So my husband ended up researching a dentist orthodontist place, and because he didn't want to deal with the experience of the orthodontist leaving, he found the orthodontist place that this is his facility. This is his actual building and company. And I've just been excited from the whole experience from day one with them. The name of the company is, because I want to make sure I got the right name, but Stiper and Burst. I hope I'm saying this right. But this is the orthodontist that I went to. When I say out the gate, they make you feel like family. Front desk, Keisha. Keisha, that's my girl. Every time I call, I don't know how she know it's me, but she's like, oh, hey, Dana. I'm like, hi. So if you're watching this, Keisha, hi. She is the sweetest person ever. All of the front desk people are so a joy. They are so sweet, so nice. They get you right in and right out. They went through the case with me. Right away, I felt like comfortable. I told them what happened. They said, oh, no. They specialize literally in Invisalign. This is what it comes in. I talked to them. They went through the whole thing with me. So I had a open bite, as you can see. And now at this point, at this stage in the game, it's already, I see the results like off the bat. However, because of my case being so complex, they did explain to me that they think they can really close this bite and they can straighten my teeth with just these Invisaligns. I have a 36-week case. So how that works is you have, of course, the different aligners that they give you. For me, it's every week that I switch out. So just to get right into it, the first I want to discuss with you guys the price. So for this 36 weeks, it cost me every bit about, I think about $5,000, round about that price. With that being said, it includes everything. So the fitting, them doing the impressions, then if something at the end of it still doesn't really seem completely closed, they can tweak it from there. For my braces, where I had at the other facility, it was about $5,000 as well. So this, I feel personally, we'll get into that. I'll let you guys know the pros and cons and which one I prefer versus the other one. Okay, so as you guys can see, that is my case number. So this is how many weeks I have. So that's 36 weeks. And this is the upper and the bottom, number 13 for my case. Now, right now, I'm on aligner 8. So they come in each of these little Ziploc baggies. And it's really, really organized, you guys. When I say really, really organized, they put them all in this little box right here. And you have them for the entire time. Now, the good thing that I love about this whole situation is when I had braces, I had to go back and forth to the orthodontist literally every time it was time for them to tighten my braces. With this situation, I only have to go back midway of my 36 weeks. So half of midway would be at week 16. That's amazing. Mind you, this man left. The guy who did my braces left. So all of that, they didn't even get that far. I had like back braces on for the longest. He didn't even change out or tighten my braces, barely. So for me to see results, literally each week I see a different result. And mind you, that's case by case. So my case is I change out my aligners every Thursday. Some people might have to keep theirs on 2 weeks. So it just depends on you or your complexity or your situation. Once they get your impressions back, that's typically where they use this electric thing and they go in your mouth and pretty much x-ray with this little thing all in your mouth how your actual shape, the current shape of your mouth is. If you have a bite, if you have spaces, whatever they can do. And then it generates and show you the end result. After they send it in, come back, they show you exactly what your bite would possibly look like towards the end, the whole shebang. So it's really, really cool when you see it. Like, I love how it's just really, really sufficient. It's hands-on and it's just fast. So I got my impressions back and now I am on tray 9. So let's get into it. So what do it come with? So in it, of course, you will have your 16 trays. So I don't get the other up to 36 weeks until the midpoint. They'll give me that after that. But it's going to come with this little cute case. And this is to put your aligners in. So actually, like once you're eating, if you're brushing your teeth, this is what you want to put your aligners in. So this is cleaning crystals. Again, I haven't used these yet. I kind of want to save them until my actual retainer because I literally only change out mine like every week. It's barely any stains on my aligners because I make sure I keep them clean, the whole shebang. So then they have these as well. So these are when you put your aligners in for the first time and maybe you got a little bubble in the back to help press down. You can use this to help bite down and place the liners on. So now that I gave you guys the debrief of what's in there, I'm going to tell you guys my experience, the tips and tricks that I learned during this process. All right, you guys, let's get right into it. I wrote down a little cheat sheet, so if you guys see me looking down, that is what I'm doing. But first, let me go through with you guys. You've seen what they had in their box, so I'm going to tell you what I used to make this entire experience a joy and easier on me. So let's go over it. So first things first, you have to brush your teeth when you're doing this experience, which I'm sure you probably like, I already do that, but it's on a whole nother level when you're talking about aligners. Aligners, you have to brush your teeth every time you eat a meal before placing the aligners back on. Why is that? Because if you got food stuck in your teeth, you got to think about trapping that food up in your mouth. That can cause decay, especially if you're talking about sweet items like pop, candy, anything of that sort. You got to get it out. So the first thing that I use to make my life easier is Oral-B, and it is my electric toothbrush. Now, don't get me wrong, you guys do not need to use electric toothbrush. I choose to get an electric toothbrush because I had it when I had braces. So that is something I had prior to getting aligners. It does make it a little bit easier because it circular motions gets the food out, but you can use a regular toothbrush and that will do the trick. However, this next item is the holy grail. Okay, so you have to floss. It's a must that you have to floss with aligners because, again, although you brush, you still have to get the food out the corners of your teeth. You want to do that because, again, we do not want to promote decay. Before, you didn't have anything trapping food up in your mouth. So I am not a flosser, you guys. I was never been a thorough flosser. Even when I had braces, I think I slacked even worse when I was with braces the entire still. It was just hard for me to do it all together. So I end up getting this as a gift actually from my my stepdad and my mom when I first got my braces. But I used it, but I didn't use it ritually like I use it now. I'm gonna tell you why. If you're already a person that floss really good, then good for you. I'm not. Water floss is like effortless. So it shoots in your mouth. You just go like this, up and down, get all the way in the back of your mouth. The idea, maybe it's just me in my head, of trapping food. I don't like it because I don't want my teeth decaying. So I'm straightening my teeth, but I'm decaying it because I'm not hygiening, keeping up with my hygiene as far as my teeth. Like, I didn't want to have an issue with that. So this water flosser will save your life. This water flosser retailed, I actually got it from, I think, Walgreens, but you can get it from Walmart for like $58 if I'm not mistaken. My electric toothbrush was like $180. Okay, so that's that. Next, this. So I know you're like, why do you have two toothbrushes? The reason for why I have this toothbrush is because this is to actually clean my aligners out. So you see how these corners is? These are the aligners. And again, you got to get in here. If you accidentally, in the morning when you get up, you got to be able to get inside these crevices. And this don't quite do it. Like, it's hard to kind of try to get in there. So I purchased this to have strictly for washing out my aligners when I get up in the morning and I'm brushing my teeth. You take this out, you brush your teeth with the electric toothbrush or whatever toothbrush you prefer, and then you take this, put some toothpaste on it, and then scrub in there so you can clean them, rinse them off, and then put them back in. So that's that. Next, these are items that I'm using specifically on the go. Why? Because you might need to go out to dinner, you might go out of town, you need some stuff actually in your purse. So you're not going to be able to access that, like go home and then clean your teeth every time you eat something. Like, no. So Listerine, I keep this in my purse at all times because, of course, it just helps to have. If I eat something, maybe I can't brush my teeth right away, at least I can rinse my mouth out before I pop the liners in so it won't be too gritty, dirty. And then these, although I hate using these floss, but I keep these in my purse for when I'm on the go because I can't bring this huge thing with me. So because I can't bring this huge thing with me, I keep these in my purse if I'm on a date with my husband, or if we're out of town, I can just have it at my exposure. Next thing, last but not least, I don't think my teeth has ever been this white, ever. I don't know if it's because the constant having to brush my teeth after I eat a meal. I don't know if it's the floss or if it's the toothpaste, but I'm just gonna tell you guys what toothpaste I'm using just in case it's toothpaste. I don't know, but I'm using Crest 3D whitening. When I say you guys, look, you see the tube is gone. You are going to constantly brush. If you're doing what I'm doing, either you probably strict, because there's times that I opt out of eating things because I didn't feel like taking my liners out and then gotta brush my teeth again, put them back in. I have never brushed my teeth as much as I brush my teeth now. And the good side about that is because my teeth is extremely white. It's whiter than it's ever been. But at the end of this video, I'll take my liners out and show you guys what it's looking like. So that's that. So now that I've went through, oh, one more thing I recommend is getting another case like this. I don't know if you can maybe find some from like the store or whatever. I haven't got mine yet, but I definitely need to get one because you're not going to remember all the time to pop this in your purse. So it'd just be nice to just keep one designated in your purse at all times, because there's times I ran out that I forgot to bring this. And you need it if you eating out and you need something to put your liners in. So that's that. So with that being said, I am going to go over my pros and cons and what I feel and what I think about the entire process. Pros. The pros of this is, again, I can't stress enough, my teeth has never been this white before. I was typically the type of person that I'll brush in the morning, I'll brush at night if I didn't forget sometime. I definitely didn't floss. Let me just say that out the gate. I would brush, spit the water out. I'll floss if I felt something in my teeth, like if I ate strawberries, I'll get it out, go like this. But the ritual and the way I floss now, it's like none other, and it has paid off. My teeth is really white, and I'm excited about that. So that's one thing. Short visits. I was going to the orthodontist when I had braces on literally every week. And sometimes I would show up there and they would not tighten my teeth. And I would feel like, why am I here? Now, don't get me wrong. I get that doctors and orthodontists have to do what they have to do. But it was a driving gas out. It was constant back and forth. With this situation, again, every case is different. They literally gave me my 16 aligners. I don't see them until the next half is time to get them, which is in August. Okay, that's brilliant. I went to them in April. So April I saw them. I don't have to see them again until August. I'll be at midpoint right there. So that's beautiful. So that's that. It says, next thing, let's see. Okay, so you change out your liners every week. Some people have to wear 2 weeks. If you do, don't stress about it. You just might have to be a little bit more clean about making sure you don't eat you know, drinks, sugary drinks while you got your liners on, so you won't get them, you know, murky or nasty. But again, with the pros of changing every week, before my liners get too worn out, I'm changing them. So it's like really good. And then the changeover allows you to see the straightening. You see how it turns out faster. So you get to see, oh, this week I can see my teeth is changing. This part, like this part, I would notice that it's turning more. Like my front tooth is turning more, and you get to see it. I didn't experience that with braces. It just took a longer process. So I'm happy about that. Next, oh, pain. Okay, pain. Pain lasts tops 2 days. Again, this may be different from person to person. Me personally, the first day I changed out, like I changed out my liner yesterday. So I changed out my liner Thursday. I literally felt maybe a little slight, and I changed it at night. That was one of the nurses told me at the place, change out at night so you can sleep at night while the change is happening, so it won't hurt as much, because you're knocked out, so you're not gonna feel it. By the time I woke up in the morning, you might feel a little discomfort the first day. The second day, you will feel a little discomfort. By the third day, you don't feel it anymore. But you can still eat. You can still take out your liners, eat, clean them, put them back on again. So I thought that was nice that it only lasts for like 2 days. You deal with the discomfort and then you're good. Next thing, let's see. Okay, so tips for coffee. This is the tricky one. I don't know why. I didn't even drink coffee like this before, but I don't know why I just picked up a nasty little habit. Now I want to drink coffee. Now I got liners in my mouth. It's like telling a child you can't have something, and now they want it. So with aligners, they recommend any hot items. Take your aligners out before drinking. Brush your teeth before you put them back on so you won't have cavities. For me, sometimes, because I don't want to leave my aligners out for too long. I don't recommend doing this, but for me personally, this is what I do because I don't drink coffee all the time. But I'll have it like maybe every 2 weeks or every other week. So when I have it that week and I don't want to leave my aligners out, because please know that the end results are better when you keep these in as much as possible. I think they tried to tell me like 22 hours out of a day I need to have them in my mouth. So you only allowed to take them out when you're eating, brushing your teeth, that type of thing. Other than that, pop them right back in to your mouth. So I tried to drink water, but to get back on subject, I sip through a straw. I don't drink my coffee so fast, so I'll get like a straw like this. And when I'm drinking a coffee, I'll put the straw all the way to the back. I'll lock the coffee back here so it won't be too much up here. So that's just what I've been doing. It seems to work, but soon as when I get home, I only do that like when I'm out and I don't have anything to brush my teeth, but I want a coffee. I brush them out. And a lot of my coffee drinks has been cold, so I don't know how that works with hot, but for cold coffee drinks, I literally put it in the back. Let's see what else. Okay, so cons. The cons that I experienced, but turns into a pro, I have to floss. There ain't no way around it. Brushing your teeth, you got to do it. No way around it with these. So if you're not going to upkeep, maybe you need to reconsider doing braces instead of doing this, because you're trapping. Your teeth is covered up all the time. So it's going to breed decay faster if you don't clean your teeth appropriately. So that's that. Oh, you do experience the tightness, but you experience that with braces too. At least it's cut down for two days, so you're going to experience a little bit of tenderness, discomfortness. It's not painful to me, but you do experience it. Next is you can only take them out when eating and drinking. That's it. They want them in all the time. It's your money. I figured if we're going to pay this amount, you owe it to yourself to make sure you do what you're supposed to do. I do believe that this route is beneficial to an older, responsible crowd. High schools, I believe if they really want it done, I think, and discipline done it well enough, they could do it. But this is definitely not recommended. Me personally, if I had kids, I wouldn't give my kids to do this, because you have to keep this in your mouth in order for it to work. If you don't wear them the majority of the time they want you to wear them, you might delay the progress. So, let me see. Oh, another thing. Do not put them in paper towels, on a paper plate. Don't do it. I did it. I didn't already experience it. I've thrown mine in the garbage 3 times already. Just don't do it. Okay? You can say all day long you're not going to do it. I forget all the time when I take them out. I have put them in my food container at the top. So I'm eating down here, but I just set them at the top of my food container right there. And right when I was done eating, I closed the top and threw it in the garbage. Had to go back in the garbage to get them out and sterilize them and clean them again. Whatever you do, make sure before you start eating, you have this. Buy you a second one. Keep one in your purse. Keep one in your man bag or your pocket. And leave this one at home. Always have it, because I'll kid you not, if you put them in paper towel, you're going to throw that paper towel away, cleaning up, and it's going to be in the garbage. I've already did it 3 times, and it's terrible. So, yeah, that's about it. So, you guys, when I say I love this experience, first of all, the people who I'm going to now, I absolutely love their facility, the way they do things, so professional. That he did let me know that I'm going to go through this transition. If it gets down to it and my bite do not completely close, we might have to discuss surgery. However, I'm praying that I don't have to go that route. But I think that I'm in good hands, and I think I've already liked what I've seen so far. I hope you guys like this video. I hope I have been helpful in any way that I can. Every time I smile, this was the best well spent money I've ever spent. Well, we've ever spent. I am so grateful. I didn't think I wanted it or needed it as much as I did, but it just makes all the world. It changed my entire view. Even, you know, the way that I looked awesome before, but I'm really excited about what's going on now. I love smiling. I could not bite down. I still can't really bite down now, but it's closing in more where even when I bite down in the sandwich, it's not as like, I literally would pull the whole item out of the sandwich because I was not literally biting down. So this has been a breathtaking experience. I'm so glad that I went to Brust. I hope I'm saying their name right. I keep saying the wrong name, but Steeper and Burst. Please forgive me if I'm saying your name wrong. But this was the best thing that we ever did. My husband finding them. It's just been a wonderful experience. So I hope you guys like this video. I am going to take some pictures before and after so I can show you guys what it looked like. And I promised that I would tell y'all or show y'all what my teeth look like without these on. So hold on for just a second. Before I show you guys, so I had to get they're little like posts on each tooth. I had to get them on each tooth except for the two in the back, top and bottom, so that it can grip. But that was just my case. Not everybody might have to get them. But I don't know if you guys can see it. But so far it's getting there. It used to be way wider than this, and this tooth was turned way more. So these in the front was turned way more. And plus my teeth is super white. So we are getting there, and again, I will come back to you guys again with another video once I get further down the line so you guys can see the end result to that. If there's any questions that you guys need or that I forgot to answer or that you just want to know, please let me know in the description box below and I'll be sure to answer you. Again, I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit a thumbs up. And without further ado, thank you guys for watching. Bye.